When do you give up on your dreams? I think this is the ultimate question. And I think a lot of people say whenever the return on investment, right? So the rational way to think about this is when the return on investment is not going to provide a positive return. But how do you know that? What does that look like? Can you actually make a calculation on your life to forecast what the future actually is? And then on top of it, do you want to base your decision on a financial calculation? And I think there's so many other ways that you could do things so that you feel good and you pursue your dreams in ways that you view it as pursuing your dreams. Let me explain exactly this. There's a lot of people that want to pursue something because it's it's ingrained with who they are, or they always had this sort of belief that they're going to do something, and then they choose to never do it because they have it so big in their brain in terms of what that actually looks like, and they think it's this massive thing. For example, that you're going to hit it big as a musician. You're going to be world famous. You're going to create, in my world, the sort of innovation entrepreneurship world, you're going to create the next Facebook and it's going to take off. All of these things are wonderful, but the reality is that they don't happen that way. They happen in a really, really tiny way where it never feels like what you thought it should feel like. And then 25 years down the road, they make a movie about it. What it feels like is that you're out of place. You feel weird. You're not doing the right thing. People are making fun of you. You're an outsider. You feel strange. You're not doing the thing that you're supposed to do. All of these are really strong emotions that you go through. And then on top of it, when you're pursuing your dream, whatever that might be, if your dream is to create a Facebook, is never going to happen in the way that you think it's going to happen. It's going to happen in little tiny bits that make no sense to anybody else. And so how do you pursue these things? How do you pursue these dreams that nobody else sees? You start small. You look ridiculous. You make sure that other people are making fun of you. You do all of the things that just don't quite feel right. And I know it's a challenging thing to accept, but often these things, in terms of pursuing your dreams, they're really strange, right? Like, I want you to think about this is that, what is the thing that you're really interested in? Maybe you like miniature trains, for example. Those little collectible trains that go around the Christmas tree. Maybe you're really passionate about that. Nobody can explain it. It looks weird. Nobody understands it, but you do it anyways. Well, if this is your dream, if this is your thing, well, why not pursue it and figure out how to do it on a daily basis? You don't have to go and buy a whole bunch of train sets. You can make it, you can draw it, you could do all sorts of things. You could talk about it. You can become that fan girl or fan boy about miniature trains. And there's so many different options that you can pursue that is your thing and that nobody else is going to get. And it doesn't seem like you're pursuing your dream, but it actually is because it's so tiny. Nobody else gets it. If you want to become and create the next Facebook, you start small. You start talking about things You get interested in something. You talk to programmers. You talk to finance people. You do all of those things, and none of it looks like it's actually doing anything. And everybody thinks that you're crazy. If you were to openly admit and talk about that, everybody would be like, oh man, this person is nuts. But you do it anyway. You have that vision where you're pursuing something that you know is important and you continuously pursue it. And it's not important for anybody else except for you. And you're often, there might be many other people in the world that see it, but because you're in your little tiny world and you've only bumped into a few people, they don't see it, but you see it in your little tiny group. And so you have to get used to being strange in your little tiny group where nobody else gets it. And when do you stop? Is it when you're 70? I mean, I think a lot of people have a lot of life yet. They can live until they're 100, or they could die the next year. Nobody really knows. And what kind of life do you want to live is if you decided that you wanted to have a dream and you decided to give up on that dream when it was just about right around the corner when it was going to take off. Nobody knows when it is. It's completely irrational. I can go and show you all of the financial models. I could show you that pursuing this thing is the wrong thing to pursue or the right thing to pursue, however you want to do it with financial calculations. But you never know. None of it is clear. I've studied mathematics for a long time. I understand a lot of the mathematics, but when you go and apply it to real world scenarios, it never holds up. And then we wonder, why is it that people pursue these things? Often it's just because it's their thing. There's no reason for it. I can't figure it out. And you just pursue it just because, for no other reason other than it's your dream. And yes, I'm telling you this right now, likely you will go broke pursuing a dream. It's likely that everything's not going to work out for you, but it's your dream. And that's it. I don't know how else to explain it. There's no rationality, there's no money calculation, nothing like that, but it's your dream. You just decide to pursue it. Take care and have a wonderful day.